Pink is slamming the uniform restrictions of the European Handball Federation. The So What singer took to Twitter to show her support for the Norwegian women's beach handball team after they were fined for wearing shorts and not the required bikini bottoms during the recent European Beach Handball Championships in Bulgaria. Pink wrote, quote, "I'm very proud of the Norwegian female beach handball team for protesting the very sexist rules about their uniform." On July 19th, the Disciplinary Commission at the Beach Handball Euro 2021 imposed a fine on the team for improper clothing. The team was fined €1,500, €150 per player, for wearing shorts that were not in accordance with the athlete uniform regulations, according to a statement from the European Handball Federation. The penalty struck a chord with Pink, who doubled down on her support and offered to pay the fine for the players, saying, quote, "The European Handball Federation should be fined for sexism. Good on ya, ladies. I'll be happy to pay your fines for you. Keep it up."
Pop favorite Pink is stepping into the Olympic discourse, offering to pay the fines of the Norwegian women's handball team for refusing to wear bikini bottoms as their official uniforms, opting for shorts instead. I'm Caroline Johnson. Thanks for being here. The Norwegian players knew that they would be going against the International Handball Federation guidelines and accrue the fines, but chose to move forward with the uniform change anyway as a form of public protest. I mentioned in my last video about the Olympics that the IOC has banned all podium protests, so this type of collective action is certainly one worth paying attention to. The Norwegian Handball Federation supported the players and agreed to pay the fines on their behalf before Pink stepped up and offered the same. "We are the Norwegian Handball Federation, and we stand behind you and support you. We will continue to fight to change the international regulations for attire so that players can play in the clothing they are comfortable with." The bikini issue has been debated in beach sports circles for years, as some players find wearing them degrading or simply impractical. These uniform rules are archaic and are clearly nothing more than a prioritization of hypersexualization over the comfort of athletes. To force female athletes to wear outfits they feel fundamentally limited by or uncomfortable in only serves to perpetuate the idea that they exist first and foremost to be consumed. The men can play, the women are putting on a show, writes Emma Gray on MSNBC.com. Rules and regulations in sport often start from a neutral place, creating helpful guidelines and signposts in the world of sports. But as societal conversations around female athletics shift tremendously, these rules can and should be revisited, challenged, and changed as often as they need to be. If the International Federation doesn't uphold the demand for these changes, doesn't that signal that the most important aspect of the female athlete is how she looks? While it may be good for ratings, advertisers, and misogynist spectators, the sexual appeal of the female form is in fact not why many women become athletes. But it's a tale as old as time in women's sports. Billie Jean King's words remind us that while we've come a long way, we've still got a long way to go. I'm reminded of this image from the 2016 Olympics in Rio, a matchup of the Egyptian and German beach volleyball teams. Someone pointed out at the time that the most interesting part about this photo is that one of these players has no choice but to wear that uniform according to her country's rules, while the other has personal autonomy over her outfit. The one forced into wearing a specific outfit? The German player. Doa El-Gabashi and Nada Meawad, members of the first Egyptian beach volleyball team to compete in the Olympic Games in 2016, also helped change the uniform regulations for the sport that is notorious for its typically revealing uniforms. Though they aren't competing in Tokyo, their legacy and fight won't soon be forgotten. In sports, rules exist to make sure that there is as much parity among competitors as possible, to ensure that the terms of the game are known before it starts. The width of a bikini band has no bearing on these terms. Let me know what you think in the comments, and as always, thanks so much for watching. You can follow me on all platforms at CaroJohnson917.